Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. Welcome back to Cannon for the TV. Yes, instant post-game reaction, instant post-game reaction. Yes, yes. I didn't see large parts of the game. Had some lovely visitors here, but from what I saw, didn't miss much. I did not miss much, did I? Was it a ball draw, or draw ball? We're going to get into this one. We're going to get into this one. But as usual, we're going to get into the other side of this instant post game reaction on the other side of this music intro. Yes, welcome back again to Canon for the TV for this instant post game reaction. And we are now on a countdown. I don't know how many more days or weeks we've got until the channel finishes once and for all. But the time that we do have, make sure you come in and listen and join us in the live chat. But yeah, instant post game reaction. Man City versus Arsenal. Scoreboard, ball draw, 0-0. Ended 0-0. Didn't miss much. Did not miss much. 0-0. Didn't see much. But as usual with this one, it's going to be a short one actually. We start with the starting 11. This was the 11. So David Raya in goal. Ben White, Saliba, Gabriel, Kiovo, Declan Rice, Jorginho, Ødegaard, Saka, Jesus, I'll get to him in a moment, and Kai Havertz. So that was the starting 11 playing against Man City at home, mind you. Do I have the stats here? I don't have the stats. Do I have the stats? There are no stats to be had, unfortunately. But I'm just thinking with the draw, who's the winner? Is it Man City, Arsenal, or Liverpool? Well, Liverpool earlier on today beat Brighton 2-1. Just when you thought Brighton would go ahead and put a surprise, no, Liverpool pulled it back and were the winners on 2-1 on an earlier kickoff. But I'm thinking, who would have been the bigger winners with this game now over 0-0? Well, let's have a quick look at the table. This is how the table stands as now. So Liverpool are on 67 points, Arsenal 65 points, and Man City on 64 points. And Aston Villa, who played yesterday, on 59 points. I think Liverpool would be the winners. They're just 2 points ahead now. It's still a little bit tight. 1 or 2 slip-ups. With 9 games to go, you're probably thinking, oh my goodness, where is this one going to head? Listen, I did say that I'm still going to go for Man City. I'm going to stick with Man City. Why is that? Well, I don't want to be a flip-flopper, saying this and going on and saying something completely different. I will stick to Man City. Man City are still, how can I say, they're still misfiring. A lot of the players would have been out on international duty. Kyle Walker was out injured, playing for England. So was John Stones. Did their absence make much difference? Possibly. Gabriel Jesus, I saw he fluffed his lines, just misfiring and mishitting balls. Erling Haaland as well, not on top of his game, which is the reason why it ended up at 0-0. So let's have another look at the 11. I'm kind of struggling for words because, again, I didn't see the majority of the match because we had visitors here. So what do I want you to do? I want you to come into the live chat and let me know your thoughts on the game today. Who do you think were the winners after this ball draw? Can you call it a ball draw? I don't think so. I don't think so. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to just quickly do, can I do a man of the match? Who would have been your man of the match? Can we have a man of the match for the game today that ended up 0-0? after full time. I think there's just been a couple of comments in the live chat, and those of which have come from our moderator for today's show. Hey up, Gunners, says Ashley D. And knew we would not win with Jesus on. I can't hit a barn door from 4 yards. Actually, I tell you what, just before coming on here, what did I see? They was just showing the highlights. And who did I see? I saw Gabriel Jesus literally just miss-hitting the ball and just skewing it. And yeah, but I can't go by that that 30-second highlight that I saw on the TV there. But yeah, it's Gabriel Jesus. I mean, who would you have rather Arsenal played? Who do you think? I'm not even sure whether Leonardo Trossard got to play. Did he get to play today? I'm not sure because I didn't see the match. Didn't see the match. So let me just quickly do this. I mean, Ralph has just come in. Ralph, how are you?
Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Cool. I'm just trying to sort out my laptop, but it's I'm on my phone. Yeah, I'm good. I don't think I've got any fingernails left, to be honest.
Really? Okay. Tell us all about it because I didn't see the game.
Oh, okay. I was watching it, and well, you know how famous my internet is. It keeps like delaying and stopping and starting. So whenever there was a free kick or corner to Man City, it stopped. I'm thinking, oh. But they had a lot of possession. I think that was what was expected, and you know we got away. I was hoping for a draw, to be honest. If it would have been amazing if we continued with the run we have been having, if we could score a few goals, but we did had a couple of chances, but it was all them. It was wave upon wave, and we seemed to have ridden it out from what I saw. So I'm happy with a draw, Alex. You know what I mean? We got away from the Etihad. I'm happy with a draw. Right, so you didn't see it?
No, I didn't see it because we had some surprise. Well, we had a visitor, and that visitor brought a surprise guest. So I didn't see the game.
Okay.
So who would have been your man of the match? If you could have had a man of the match.
I think defensively we did well. I think it's hard to pick. Every time I saw Odegaard on the ball, we seem to have like given the ball away quite a lot. I think I saw Saka, or he came off, didn't he, for Martinelli?
Right. Okay.
I may be completely off because I said my internet was in and out. So, but I can't place a man of the match. I think they're all done well. I think that under the gaze of Man City relentlessly attacking us and you know having possession, I think they're all done well. So anyone else who's going to come into the chat, if they want to say what I want to say, I wholeheartedly agree. But yeah, it was for me. It was I got no nails. I literally
So who do you think were the real winners over the weekend? Do you think Liverpool would have been the winners because they beat Brighton 2-1 anyway, didn't they? And they are 2 points clear now from Arsenal. So do you think they would have probably been the real winners of this weekend?
I guess so. You know, it's only 2 points. You know, it's up to us. The ball's back in our court again, isn't it? We have to start finding that consistent run to push them. I think Man City will be fuming because they probably thought that they was going to like walk over us. I think we held our own up there. Yeah, Liverpool for sure. 2 points to the good. Okay, but you know what? I'm just glad that we turned up at City and you know it would have been amazing if we could have won. I did see Jesus go up. There's a couple of chances. Yeah, a couple of chances, but it went the way it went. If we was more clinical, we'd still be top. but we weren't. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. I'm just happy. I'm happy for a draw. If we lost, I think that it may have that kind of negative what's the word I'm looking for? Momentum. I reckon if we lost today, it would put us back. It will put us back. All that hard work we've done up to the international break, I feel will be all for nothing. But here, it seems like we're just. I think we're in the right place. I think we're in the right place. We have a really good push. The pressure really is back on Man City. Liverpool is, they think, okay, right, we as long as we win our games, but I think Liverpool's got a few tough fixtures ahead as well. And don't forget, we're still in the Champions League for the time being. So I think we are okay. I think we're okay. If we did lose, then it would have been a backward step. I'm just glad that we got come away with a draw.
Okay. Well, Liverpool's next game is against Sheffield United, who are rooted at the bottom of the table, and our next game is against Luton Town.
That's at home.
It's at home. It's at home. It'll be at home.
Yeah. So I mean, Luton gave us a good push, 4-3. So I think home advantage will count for something.
Right. Ashley's come up with a couple of stats actually because they're gonna see the game. He said that shots on target: Man City 12, Arsenal 6. And as we expected, Man City to dominate possession, 71% to Arsenal's 29, and touches in the opposition box, Man City 40, and Arsenal a pathetic 15.
There was one chance actually with the ball bouncing in the Man City box, and I threw my eyes like this. I say, shoot, shoot, but no one put a foot on it. No, you know what? Again, I have to keep on saying. I have to keep on repeating. I'm glad that we come away with a draw. I think a loss would have been. I think maybe if you ask some Arsenal fans, they would say they'll be happy with a draw. They'll be happy with a draw. If it was a loss, then it definitely would have been a backward step in my opinion.
Okay.
But I'm just glad. I'm glad that we got a draw. We come with a draw.
All right. What else do we have to do? So what I've done, again, probably foolhardily, I chose 3 players to be man of the match based on what? I don't know because I didn't even see the game. I chose Saliba, Havertz, and Saka, and Raya. Let's see where we are with the numbers. And the numbers so far, we had 11 votes. 91% have voted for William Saliba. 9% have voted for Kai Havertz, and of course 0% for Bukayo Saka, and 0 percentage votes for David Raya. So let's see how that one ends up. I've got not much more to add because I didn't see the game. I didn't see the game.
You know what? Maybe it's just as well because you wouldn't have settled. You wouldn't have settled if you watched it. It was that kind of match where it was very. For me, it was just a tough watch. It was a tough watch. If I did the watching, I don't think that anyone would have enjoyed it.
Right. Okay. Well, anyway, this was the 11. Ryan Go, Ben White, Saliba, Gabriel, Kiavor, who seems to be cementing his spot now in the starting 11 at least for now. Declan Rice, who played for England this week and last week against Brazil and Belgium. Jorginho, Ødegaard, Bukayo Saka, Gabriel Jesus, who again seemed to have left his shooting boots back at home, and of course Kai Havertz. The substitutions, can I see them here? Let me remove this. Can I remove it? Yeah, I can.
Can you remove it?
I can't even see them. Ramsdale, Tomiyasu, Zinchenko, Thomas Partey, Vieira, Smith Rowe, Trossard, Martinelli, and Eddie Nketiah. So those were the subs. Did Trossard get minutes, Ralph? He didn't, did he?
I thought he did. I thought he came on.
All right.
I said my stream wasn't the best. I thought yeah, Trossard came on for Jesus. No, sorry, Jesus replaces Trossard. I'm just looking at. Let me have a look at the. I had the stats just a moment ago.
Right, while you're looking for that, Des, the enforcer, says it was a scrappy game. We'll take a draw. Like Ralph says, take a draw. And where? At the Etihad, where you probably think that Man City was a dead cert to get the 3 points, but they didn't. They didn't.
Okay. Well, you mean Man City was a dead cert?
Yeah, to win.
3 points.
Yeah.
They came on with a bit of a swagger, to be honest, but we just nullified them. I think the difference was Saliba, because last season, if you remember, he was injured, wasn't he? And then that's when we had lost that match away.
Yeah. What else do we have here? I'm just going onto the X platform. And DWTT, Gary has retweeted that we are live. So thank you for that, Gary. And there's not been anything else, to be honest. Let's have a look here. Right. Okay. We're going to be wrapping up this live show, unless Ralph has anything else he wants to add.
No, I'm just grateful that I've got all my fingers in place, and like I said, my nails are down to the quick. There was the amount of possession that they had. They were very dominant. I think Arsenal knew that. We held our defenses quite well. It'd be interesting to see what the highlights would be on later tonight, because highlights compared to watching the match live is always going to be two different kind of angles. It'd be interesting to see what match. Well, hang on. What they're going to say about the match tonight. But so yeah, Jesus had a scrappy couple of chance. Well, one chance for sure.
All right. Well, actually, it says, "Come on, Mad Dog Ralph, have a quick rant."
You know what? The only rant I would pull out is the fact that, like I said, my internet connection was, whenever it always seemed to time it when Man City was on the break. When it was Arsenal, it just continued, and it like I said, it fell to nothing. We had too many. What I would say is that we did give them too many free kicks in and around outside the box. You know what I mean? We still seem to be. Sorry, I'm just clearing my screen. We still seem to be not disciplined enough. I'd rather that the opposition have a free kick at their end, would have to work on it, than out in and around outside our box. It was tense watching, because you just thought, oh, okay, here we go. They're gonna definitely have a go at goal and everything else. But we come away with a point, Alex.
Yeah.
Come away with a point.
Yeah. All right.
As well, so.
Yeah. Okay. So a last look at the table as it stands. So Liverpool sit on top of the Premier League table with 29 games played on 67 points. Arsenal second, 29 games played with 65 points. Man City in third place, 64 points. Aston Villa in fourth place, 30 played, 59 points. And Denmark down the road, 29 played and 56 points. I guess we've come to an end on this, again, instant post-game reaction. Ralph, I want to thank you for coming on.
Sorry, I didn't come any sooner, but I said I've been fighting. I've been fighting. I think on a Sunday, the internet just said, you know what, you've been doing work and everything else. I'll just give you little snippets. What's really important? What's really important is that we come away with a draw. So I'm happy for that. It's made my weekend. I had a really good night last night. After I got rid of some work, I've got some more work to do actually after here. I've got a couple of meetings I need to sort out. But other than that, it's been a good Easter. I can't complain. 0-0. Who would have thought like we were celebrating 0-0, but against Man City and at the Etihad, I think, like I said before, I think that they're more frustrated than we are. So I'm happy. I'm sure thank you as well.
Well, actually, this is you can't win the league when you can't beat the best.
Okay. The Invincibles didn't win every match, or did they? They drew quite a few matches. So I'm just gonna back that back at him. You know, we drew we drew quite a few matches. We didn't lose any, of course, because we're in the Invincibles, but we did drew quite a few matches, and yeah, we still won the Premiership. And then
weren't we the best? Weren't we the best? Weren't we the best? So the teams would have had to have beaten us to win the Premier League. Yeah.
Or controversial. I know we only was going to wrap this up a few minutes ago. Controversial. You cheat us out of a win, Man United. That's the only way. That was the only way that they could have beaten us, is to cheat. And that referee, what's his name? I had his name in my head, you know. Anyway, yeah. So that's the only way but not every team that wins the league or the Premiership. They may lose a match, or they will draw a match, but they'll still win it.
Okay. Difference going one season and not beating a team, then going 9 times now, not beating them at their ground. Ralph.
It's frustrating. You know what? I was in a good mood though. So now actually this is going to try and get me to.
We're going to change all that now, Ralph.
Yeah, we're going to change all that. It's frustrating. It's frustrating. I did say whenever we gave a free kick, I was thinking, you know what we still seem to be lacking. Sorry, I just got some time across the screen. What we seem to be lacking is just a bit more still. When Man City had possession, they were attacking. You did think they were going to score, but with Arsenal, it was survival. There was a couple of chances, and I was thinking, if we had that person that can actually stick the ball in the back of the net, then that's it. This would have been a total conversation altogether. You know, they look more like scoring than we did. Now, you know, 9 times, you know, I get it. Some teams go flipping, I don't know, maybe 4, 5, 6 years to beat a team at their ground. You know, this team is still progressive. It's not last season. What would you prefer then? Would you prefer us to be as progressive as we were last season, but lose at their ground, at the business end of the Premiership, or would you rather be in the position where you beat them at home? Because it was a draw, wasn't it? It was a draw at home against them last season, and then we lost at their ground. I think we're in the.
That's a good question. That's a good question.
I think I've got to better way of looking at it.
Yeah, but it's hindsight, isn't it, as well, Ralph? You know,
well, yeah, of course.
Where we were last season, and there was not so much pressure on us to win the Premier League, although we came very, very close. Now there was a lot of pressure on us because now we're expected to go on now one step further, you know, solidify Champions League, and win the Premier League now, there's a lot more pressure on us, you know. But you know, 1 point is 1 point. 1 point is 1
Well,
point, isn't it?
You know why? Last season, there was no expectation. So you play with a bit of freedom.
That's the point I was
And
trying to make. Yeah.
I did say at the end of last season that we won't have a season like we did that season going into the next season, i.e. this season. I did say, you know, I wouldn't expect us to win the Premiership this time because the expectations, we raised the bar that bit more now. The pressure is going to be, here we are. You know, this is the pressure. And we come away 0-0. So what would you know, has the team progressed or has it regressed? I think the team has progressed. If we'd beaten them, if we've beaten City at their ground, then everyone would be saying, right, so we're going to go on and win the Premiership. It doesn't work out like that.
But Ralph, at the end of the day, as a common supporter of Arsenal, what do you want, Ralph, from the club? You want the club to win major honours, don't you? You don't want your club to be also ran. Oh, you know what? Back to the days of Arsene Wenger. It's just, you know, secure the top 4. Champions League generates income for us. If we're not in the Champions League, we can't attract top footballers to the club. But at some point, that's not going to be enough, is it, Ralph? The club has to win major honours. Look at this. Look at the situation here now. You just said to me about, you know, if we had a striker who can stick the ball in the net. I've been saying for the longest time that Arsenal need to go into the market and buy an out-and-out striker. If it was an Ivan Toney, I mean, I was watching the highlights last night against Man United. The guy is on fire. Of all the chances he had, he stuck it in the net. It was offside. I'm absolutely sure if we had an Ivan Toney, Ralph, playing in the red and white of Arsenal, he would have scored today. He would have scored. But Arsenal, Mikel Arteta wants to be more progressive. What does that mean? What does that mean? You want Arsenal to win major honours. Have to win major honours. Stick the ball in the net. If there are opportunities there, stick the ball in the net. But if we don't have players who cannot stick the ball in the net when the time comes, what can we still be progressive, Ralph? Are we a progressive team? It's not going to be enough for me. It's not enough. I'm sorry.
No. I think Ashley D's got both of us ranting in a bit. We should be good enough to beat them. All right, so do you reckon it's the team, or do you reckon it's the manager, or do you reckon it's both?
It's the manager, because he has this philosophy in his mind. We're not going to have an out-and-out striker. We're going to be something like a Man City, who don't have a recognised striker. Well, actually, over the last 2 seasons, they've had Erling Haaland. But pre-Erling Haaland, they had a false 9. And that's what he wants. That's how he wants Arsenal to play. But when you can see, Ralph, in the moments it's crying out for an out-and-out striker, you should go in the market and buy an out-and-out striker for moments like this. Don't wait for lightning to strike twice, 3 times or 4 times for you to wake up and say, actually, you know what? We need an out-and-out striker. Because I saw a little bit of the highlights and they showed Gabriel Jesus on the ball, just mishitting the ball, skewing the ball wide. I'm thinking, and Ivan Toney wouldn't do that. He wouldn't do that.
Okay.
What do I know?
So, question: do you reckon that potentially he could come in the summer? If we don't, actually, let me pull that back. If we don't win the Premiership this season, would you go into the market and get Ivan Toney for the next season?
Yes, and yes. For me, Ralph, it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. The question marks about he's been out for 8 months. Is he going to be the same striker? Is he going to be as hungry? Well, on his England debut, he scored a goal.
Yeah.
And he provided the assist for Brentford for his teammates to score against Man United. So for me, Ralph, it's an unresounding yes, yes, yes. Mikel Arteta, get an out-and-out striker. Progressive. Question for you, Ralph, before we wrap this up.
Pause.
If we don't win the Premier League, what do you think should happen? Not what you think will happen. What do you think should happen?
Okay, so we don't win the Premiership. We don't win the Champions League, because I think some fans are out there still thinking that, well, we've got a chance to win the Champions League. So we go in roughly, what's it, like 17, 18 seasons without winning the Premiership or Champions League. So I would have to pull Arteta into the office. And in the meantime, while he's in the office, I'll be looking to see who else could take his place. Because, don't get me wrong, he's taken us this far. And I like the way that the team has progressed. But in my heart of hearts, like you said, we need to start winning stuff. The team is pretty much settled. He's got his own man in there. He's got Havertz in there now. He's got Raya in there now. You know what I mean? And they seem to be coming up. Again, Havertz, the guy, he scored for Germany. And I was thinking that maybe he may have, again, he didn't today. I think he had a lunge at one chance and he collided with the goalkeeper. And they're trying to like yellow card or whatever him. But it's just one of those things. But, Arteta has brought, his people in. And so far, they've taken us up to this level. But if we don't win either of those, I'll have to put him in the office. But then I'll have to look at my options and see who's out there that can get Arsenal over the line with the current squad, and maybe a couple of additions as well. And the goal is that it's a must. I don't care if it's a Carabao Cup. I don't care if it's an FA Cup. I don't care if it's Intertoto Cup or whatever it is. Champions League, if we're still within placement of Champions League. Premiership, you've got to win 2 out of those 4 or 5 in order to stay in the job. Not that I will get rid of you straight away if you don't win it, but you've got to be within striking distance or at least have 1 or 2. Because like I said before, it's about not just progression, but winning stuff. When you're a player, you want to win. I think Tony Adams said that how one time him and the team, they hated losing. So he said it didn't matter if it was tiddlywinks, to have that winning mentality. And that's what drives you over the line. And at this moment in time, we're good, but we've been better than good, to be honest. We've been better than good. But we need to be that team where whether it's a Man United, whether it's them down the road, whether it's Aston Villa, whether it's Man United, Liverpool, Man City, to be that force where people say, you know what, we're playing against, it's going to be a hard game. And to have that kind of possession football, that if you saw Alex from the statistics say it for itself, 71%. That means that it's a wave. From what I saw, it was a blue wave every time. Every time. And I don't think that tonight's highlight would be any different, because it was just that. It was a blue wave. But they, thankfully it didn't score and it didn't hurt us. But it would have been good for us with the minute amount of possession that we had. If we could have put the ball in the back of the net, we'd be laughing. It doesn't matter. You can have 71%, but we put the ball in the back of the net.
Yeah. So there you go, Ashley. You got your little mini rant there. Dear. I will be back on Tuesday night. Give me another instant post-game reaction. This time will be Arsenal playing at home against Luton Town. I'm not sure who's going to be joining me for that one, at least, but I will be here anyway for that. And say again.
I said I'll check if my work pattern is good, then I'll check that as well, because I know what's going to happen when I go to work tomorrow. There's one Liverpool fan, other than the one that we have in our chat, because Carl must be absolutely jumping at this moment in time. But there's one Liverpool fan where I work, and I know he'll be ecstatic. So when I go and see him tomorrow, if he's in tomorrow, he'll be chomping at the bit, I reckon. So yeah, but Tuesday, it's another game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, what's that? Arsenal women win.
Arsenal ladies beat Chelsea in the Conti Cup final for the second year. So congratulations to Arsenal ladies.
Because the Chelsea manager, that was her last match, I think it was, before she goes. I'm not sure who she's managing. She's gone off. I'm not sure if it's another London team she's managing, or she's going abroad. But I'm glad, because she was a bit.
Nice one, Ralph. See, I made Mad Dog Ralph a rant and then make him smile. Well done, Ashley.
Thank you, Ashley. Happy Easter, mate. Happy
nice
Easter.
One. And with that, we're coming to an end. So, like I said, on Tuesday, I will be here giving another instant post. I'm not sure whether I'm going to be going to the Emirates to meet James. I know James will be back in London tomorrow. I will be meeting him on Tuesday, early in the day, actually in the morning.
Oh,
so I'm not sure whether I'm going to be going to the Emirates Stadium or not, but definitely I'll be doing an instant post-game reaction for the Arsenal versus Luton game. I think there might be a show running parallel with an instant post-game reaction with Glenwyn and his segment on Tuesday night show. But hey, who knows what's happening these days. Ralph, thank you for coming onto the channel. I'm going to go and eat some cake with some ice cream, put my foot up, catch some Z's, and wait until tomorrow. Until then, people, this over here has been Canon for the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world.